What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with a week in review and a little bit of something I got to get off my chest. First and foremost, I thank everybody that's following me on the YouTube channel and everybody that's now following me on Twitter. I do implore you to follow me on Twitter at John R. Spano, SPANO1. That's John R. Spano 1. I put out a daily watch list every day on Twitter. I put out alerts for stocks that I'm buying right then and there. So if you want more live time, what I'm buying, when I'm in, when I'm out, Twitter's the place to be for that. And there's also a couple of other people that I really, really want you to follow on Twitter. They have absolutely invaluable picks, invaluable content, and instead of just saying it, I'm going to put it up for you right here. That's at Alex Delarge 6553, at HB_trader, and at Paul's Picks 2020, baby. Everybody knows Paul. Great guy, great YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to his YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel. He's got great picks, good people. So if you want more help, these guys are great. I definitely go to bat for them as far as getting good picks from these guys. They put out terrific picks, and I've watched them along the way. They're on fire, and we're on fire here at Tactical Trading. So it helps to have multiple resources to be able to kind of bounce ideas off, and say, okay, well, this one, all three of them got this idea, let's jump in this stock. So I don't want you to follow me blindly or anybody blindly. My goal is to get you to do your own research and pick your own stocks. As we all know, I am not a financial advisor, but I do want to help you as best as I can. Now, this is the thing I want to get off my chest here. First and foremost, I want to thank my followers that kind of, they went to bat for me when I got into a little scuffle on Twitter yesterday. As we all know, Twitter is a big help. It can be a big help. I've only been on Twitter for a few weeks now, but also found that there's a lot of big mouths, little ankle biters that want to yap because they can't yap in person. They can't yap to nobody's face, so they get tough on Twitter. These are the Twitter tough guys. And you'll find that if you tell the truth about a stock, they will act as if you're insulting their wife or their children or their girlfriend, and they attack you personally for not liking a stock. I mean, it's pretty pathetic. But we're trying to maintain professionalism here. I am a professional trader, and my goal is to make you guys, or help you guys, I can't make anybody anything, but help you, guide you guys towards being more professional traders. And the only way to be a professional trader is to trade without emotion. You cannot fall in love or marry a stock. That is especially OTC stocks. Now, if you're hitching your wagon to Apple, Tesla, Procter and Gamble, Johnson and Johnson, some of these big giant companies that have made it and are just solid companies, hey, you don't want to hitch your wagon to that and take that and ride it off for 10 years. Beautiful. Some of these OTC stocks, they all start somewhere. So you may find a diamond in the rough. You may just find a diamond in the rough in the OTC market. But the majority of OTC stocks are crap, okay? They're OTC stocks for a reason. They're trading under a penny. They're trading under 5 pennies, under 10 pennies for a reason, okay? And until they prove themselves, they're not worth marrying. Now, OPTI is one. Now, all of you guys know that I've basically talked about OPTI since I started this channel. I like OPTI. I love the story. I love the fact that they have a great, a great advisory board with David Ojeda from Amazon. They've got Kevin Harrington from the Shark Tank and the infomercial side of the business. They've got Dr. Drew Pinsky now on the board. They have PPE products during a pandemic. All hitting on all cylinders right now as far as the story, and I love the story. But as we all know, when I called these guys out back in July at 2.5 cents, they ran all the way up to about 6-7 cents, and then I came out with a video saying that this could possibly be one of the best stocks of the year. And shortly thereafter, this thing ran up to 19.5 cents. Then it pulled back. It battled in the 9s, battled in the 7s, battled in the 6s, and then went down into the fours and then back down into the twos, and it just traded flat in the twos. And then just about a month and a half ago, they came out with unaudited financials. The stock perked up one day into the mid threes and then shot up almost to 7 cents. Then shortly thereafter, pulled back down into the fives, pulled back down into the threes, back down into the twos, and there it went. And then we got really exciting news, absolutely phenomenal news, that they got a $2 billion deal, and everybody thought this stock was going to go through the roof. I even had people leaving comments saying, when I said this stock was going to open around, 5, 6, 7 cents, I had people telling me, you're crazy, this thing's going to open in the 10s, this thing's going to open at 20. Well, what happened? It opened right where I said it was going to open, a little bit higher than where I said it was going to open, shot up to 8 cents, and then went back down. Then they came out with the news that, and it actually flatlined in the 4s and 5s. Then they came out with the news that Dr. Drupinski was on board. This thing shot right back up towards the 8 area, and then came back down. So when I said I was disappointed in the way the stock was behaving, and very disappointed that they were diluting, and very disappointed, who wouldn't be? This stock should be trading at 25, 30 cents, if not better right now. Who wouldn't be disappointed, right? But you get guys out there that get offended to hear the truth because they're locked in a stock. They're not making money anywhere else. They're absolutely miserable because they're stuck in a stock that in their mind, they're convinced this thing's $1 stock and the stock's trading at 4 cents. In fact, today it broke under 4 cents and is trading in the 3s now. And they are convinced, they are in love with this stock. They are convinced that this thing is going to get them rich. They're convinced that they're going to buy a Lamborghini. They're going to pay for their house. They're going to pay for their children's education on this stock. They're convinced. But yet, stock still trades in the 3s. Okay? I'm here to tell you, never fall in love with a stock. When I sold OPTI, I told you I sold OPTI. In fact, I got some comments. People were upset at me. Well, you're selling OPTI. You said it was in your long-term account. I don't give a damn. I make decisions. I'm a decision maker. I've got to feed my children. I've got to pay for my house. I got to pay for things. I want to get rich. I don't want to sit here and, I want millions in my account. I want 5, 6, 7 million in my account. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to do these things. You know what I mean? And how am I going to do that if I'm sitting in a stock that's flatlining or going down, in fact? Now let's use a scenario here. Let's just say when I sold OPTI in the 6s, in about 6.5 area, when I sold out the majority of my position. Then the thing drops down into the 4s. Now, would I be better served to have hung on to OPTI while it had that 2-penny drop? Or buy TSNP, which when I called it out at 0.004, this thing now traded up into the 11s today, 11 cents. We are talking over 20 times the profit. What would I be better served to do? What would you be better served to do? Or buy ENZC, where thing ran up from the 2s all the way up into the 5s. Or buy SEGI, where this thing ran from 0.001 all the way up to 0.0094. Almost 10 times the profit right there. Almost 10 times your gains. Or SUTI today, which ran up 633%, well over 200% from where I put out my alert, and some of the other guys put out their alert. You tell me. Are you better suited to sit in a vehicle that's not moving, a stalled vehicle, or are you better to get in a Lamborghini and go? Get in a vehicle that's got some horsepower, some nice, and get up and go. A nice Mustang, a freaking Jaguar. What are you better suited to do? I don't care if the Jaguar breaks down 3 blocks down. At least you moved. You get out and you find another one. That's the whole name of the game. You can't fall in love with these stocks. You can't marry a stock. These, to me, are ticker symbols. If you fall in love, they will, rest assured, they will break your heart. Believe me, they will. You can't fall in love with a ticker. If it's not behaving, if it's not making you money, the only reason it's in your account is to make you money. And if it's not making you money, you get rid of it. There's no rules that say you can't jump back in later on down the line. They don't say, oh, you already bought and sold us 3 times, you're not allowed anymore. There's no such thing. If OPTI in 3 weeks, 3 weeks down the road, get some great news and they run up into the 20s, run up 30s, God bless you. I'll be happy for you. I'm happy for you. Thank goodness the stock finally moved. And you know what? I'll be part of that. I'll have bought, I may not be in the 4s or the 3s, I may be in the 5s, and then I sell out in the 10s, 11s, wherever it may go. I got my little piece of that, I'm happy. And you if you if you're in love with OPTI and you were in and you took it all the way down and then you rode it all the way back up, God bless you. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But in the meantime, while it's doing this, I'm trading stocks that are doing this. Just think of that. I mean, it's only common sense. So, to make a long story short, I'm just trying to give a lesson to you. You don't fall in love with stocks. And my mistake was to get into war with people that are in love with stocks. They are not traders. They're not good traders. We do our DD, our due diligence. What the flip is due diligence? It's called research. You dig in, you do your research. With this I've done my due diligence, and this stock is, it's worth $1.45, but it's trading at 3 cents. Well, if it's trading at 3 cents, it's only worth 3 cents. And when the stock gets to $1.25 and there's profits along the way, then you've made the profits. Never fall in love with a stock. I cannot stress that enough. Do not fall in love with a stock. You're a fool to fall in love with a stock. Right now, TSNP, I love this play. I love this story. I love I love the whole scenario about TSNP. If this thing takes a dump, you think I'm going to sit there and ride it all the way down? Absolutely not. I'll move to the next one. I got kids that I love. I have my wife that I love. I've got my mother, my sisters that I love. You think I love a stock? I could give a damn. To me, it's a ticker symbol. It's 3 or 4 letters. That's all it is. It's OPTI. It's TSNP. It's SUTI. That's all it is to me. It's a ticker. The story may be great. I may like the story, but you can't fall in love with these things. So, enough of that. I'm just trying to let you guys know. The only way you make money in this business is to play this business and treat this business as a business. So you treat it as a business and you do not bring emotions involved. There is no emotions in trading. You can't fall in love with a certain play. You can't hate a certain play, because the minute you hate a certain play, I hate this thing, I won't touch it. That's the second that thing pops up and runs 300-400% because you hated it. You did not join in on that profit. So you can't let emotions get involved in this. And on another note, I will not get involved in any arguments or anything on Twitter, anything on here. If you bash me, if you got something bad to say, if you want to come at me, I'm simply blocking you. I don't need you. Plain and simple. So, and if you're bashing me about giving my true opinion about a ticker, the fact of the matter is, if you fall in love with a ticker, you're not a real trader. You're not. Real traders get in, get out. They trade without emotion, and they make money. That's all. This is a business. This is not a popularity contest. It's not a charity contest. It's about making money. That's it. Just like the saying goes, we get that money, so let's get that money. Now, this week we had only 4 tickers that I really traded this week. We had TSNP, which was absolutely a monster this week. This thing ran from the 2s. And if you follow me on Twitter, I saw the chart. The chart was forming a beautiful symmetrical triangle. Absolutely gorgeous on the 5-day 15-minute chart. Perfect symmetrical triangle. The pressure was building. It was just coming to a little head right there. I knew this thing was going to pop. I put it out there. I said, the pressure's building. This thing is going to blow. Now, did I think it was going to go this high? Absolutely not. I thought this thing was going to go to 6 cents. That was my opinion. I thought the high of the week was going to be 6 cents. So this thing ended up popping. Had a nice run yesterday. Had a really nice pullback on the close. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. So on Wednesday, had a real nice pop up. In fact, I believe it touched 6, or close to 6. It was about right around 6. It went to in the high 5s. Pulled back down almost to 4 cents. So it had a really strong pullback. And today, this thing just completely exploded. This thing ran all the way up to higher, ran past 11, and it ended up closing the day at 0.108. So shade under 11 cents. It was up 162% today. We made a few trades on TSNP, and hey, I'm still holding the piece going into next week. I think going into the conference call, we may get some consolidation. this thing can run. I mean, I could be wrong, but what I think's going to happen is this thing's going to, kind of churn between 9.5 and 10.5 cents, and then this thing's going to right into that conference call on December 9th. I think this thing's going to get is going to perk up and then start running into that conference call. I would not want to be not holding this thing into that conference call. I want to have as many shares as I can going into that conference call. Now, another stock that we traded and we're definitely holding and we love is ENZC, Enzolytics. This stock was up 52% today, closed at 0.0502, had a very, very strong close. In fact, I wish I was holding more shares. Tried to get them on the close, put in my buy order at 4.5 cents. Blew through that. I ended up getting about 50,000 shares, and then I did a cancel replace on the balance at 4.7. Ended up getting a few more there, but didn't get filled all the way, and then it ran into the fives. I didn't chase up in the fives. I think I probably should have, because I think this thing's going to open very, very strong next week, and I can see this thing touching 6 very easily on Monday, and that's ENZC. Now, I will be getting into more detail on these stocks tomorrow on OTC Saturday. I'm just kind of telling you the gist of what went on this week. There was another trade that I alerted. Is SEGI. I believe it's Sycamore Entertainment. SEGI. This stock, we alerted it at 0.0014. Ended up, the stock went all the way up to 0.0094 today. So thing went up about 8-9 times what it was, 800-900%. Beautiful stock this week. Had kind of a mediocre day today, shot all the way up to 0.0094, pulled back to close up, closed actually down 3% today at 0.0076. But this thing had a monster day on Wednesday and also had a pretty good day on Tuesday. I do anticipate this thing testing a penny and possibly breaking a penny early next week, so definitely want to keep your eye on that one. And then the one we alerted today is SUTI. That's SUTI. This one we alerted at 0.0009, and this thing ran all the way to 0.0032, so tripled. This thing was up 633% today, so it had a monster day. They had a very strong pullback towards the end of the day to close at 0.0022, so it pulled back almost an entire tenth of a penny, and that just like TSNP did the day before yesterday, very similar close, had a strong pullback on the close, and Monday I anticipate the same thing. I think SUTI is going to explode on Monday, so I'm holding all 4 going into the weekend, and I anticipate big things next week, especially from SUTI, ENZC, SEGI, and TSNP. We will have some more stocks that we get into on the OTC Saturday, but I just wanted to give a gist of what we're going to be looking at and about the week it was, because those are the only 4 stocks that I really, if I'm not mistaken, I think those are the only 4 stocks that I traded this week. If there's anything else, I'll go through it and let you know tomorrow on OTC Saturday, but that's about all I got for you. Just had to get a few things off my chest, and the gist of the whole thing is you make good trades. You don't fall in love with stocks. If a stock's not behaving the way you want it to behave, you get rid of it and get on a new one. It's as simple as that. You don't want to hook yourself to a sinking boat and go down with the ship. You never want to do that. This is about making money, not falling in love with stocks. You don't fall in love with stocks. So, as always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. To all the haters, I love you, and let's get that money, baby. We'll see you tomorrow on OTC Saturday.